We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Second and 4. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards. And a Cardinal first down.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing is Murray on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And the Niners move the chains as Garoppolo hooks up with Taylor. Now a play fake here on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 41 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Cardinals.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
29, Chase Edmonds.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up second and 7 at the 40-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Shotgun now from Murray. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A gain of 6 on the
Brandon,
play.
perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A gain of a yard. First down, Arizona.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They run it here with Edmonds. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Chase Edmonds.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Murray from midfield. And incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, Murray. Forced out to his left. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And now there's a scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. I'm starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker.
Right there, focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. He'll be taken down at the... for a pickup of 2 yards.
Carrier Isaiah Simmons on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Cardinals' 48-yard line.
2nd and 8.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, look, 48. Hey, we're going to make the 48 right now. Let's go. Watch the back. Watch the back. 21. Here we go.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. That's taken on the 25. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Edmonds. Room here to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. Flush to his right. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Fitzgerald hauling it in from Murray. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Fitzgerald.
For the last few seasons, it's almost been sport for us in the media to see if Larry Fitzgerald was going to call it quits and cap off what I believe is a Hall of Fame career. But now he's entered season number 17. 2nd on the all-time receptions list. Just 171 catches behind Jerry Rice. And maybe he's found new life as he continues to pile up the big numbers.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Back to the ground on first down, Edmonds. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Murray going to fire one out wide. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 8 yards out. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
Not much there, only a yard.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. This is Mostert. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
The ball carrier.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Here we go, here we go. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Lock, lock, lock.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
By the Cardinals.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Edmonds, the ball carrier.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Murray. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Eric Armstead. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
3rd and long.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Chase Edmonds.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second down and 7. A carry here for the big tight end. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Edmonds. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Jordan Hicks.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And they'll get this on the screen to most. Give him 6 on the screen, but
together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
4 yards. Deebo Samuel's another one of those young receivers that not only looks like a running back, but plays like one after the catch, and he had one of the best seasons among 2019's rookie receivers. Just over 800 yards receiving, but by the time the playoffs hit, he had become WR1 for the 49ers, and now with the departure of Emmanuel Sanders, that should give him even more looks. Look for him to catch the ball downfield and also take it out of the backfield.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
11. 6. 19 right. I'm coming after you.
Garoppolo, and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Niners 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
From the 30 on second down, Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake.
Murray's pass.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. First down, Murray. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49ers' 35-yard line.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it. Check 31. Check 31. Switch. 48.
Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
13.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Jordan Phillips. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Brings up 3rd down.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Gain of 7.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Murray going deep for Hopkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
as they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Garoppolo looks to throw. And this one is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On first down, Edmonds. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
And this is 3rd down.
From the gun, Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Being chased out left. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Is 3rd down.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now a give to Edmonds. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gonzalez's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. It's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back and forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He turns and gives to Coleman. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Seven yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. On the screen, this is Edmonds. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Throwing again on second down. Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
George Kittle is easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a second guy in the vicinity to try and cover him.
The first down screen pass, good for 5. Complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
10 at the 38-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack.
Brought down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
To George Kittle.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is brought in at the 21, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. The Falcons' leading tackler a season ago, Devondre Campbell, gets another one there.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers have retaken the lead.
So much of the 49ers' success last season was due to tight end George Kittle, the NFL's all-pro tight end in 2019. If you want to start a debate, ask the question, is he the best tight end in the game, or is it Kansas City's Travis Kelce? Maybe they're 1A and 1B. In any event, Kittle had 107 catches last season, his second straight 1,000-yard season, and he's a threat anywhere on the field, especially as you get closer to the goal line.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Shotgun now from Murray. This one caught by Isabella. There he goes, left side.
It's
touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 77 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the fourth. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth.
21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 36, Garoppolo. Open man is born. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
45-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Drops it off for Coleman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. And now all of a sudden, the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he slings one that's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there. But he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Here's Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Murray, one final try. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the victory here for San Francisco. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football,
yeah.
Where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will be back home next week for a date.